Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another speculation video. So this is actually going to be about the next quarter of 2022 for The Sims 4. I know the Decor to the Max kit is not out just yet. I was actually going to wait after that kit release to do this video, but there's a couple of SimGurus tweets that kinda sparked the initiative for me to do this a bit earlier than I thought. It all started with a tweet from SimGurus Salo. Guys, I just saw a pair of shoes for Redacted, and I'm so excited. We'll reply to this when we release it. SimGurus Nova quote retweeted it saying, "Psst, this is the first Redacted I'm fully working on, BTW, and I can't wait to share everything with you all. When the time is right, of course." Nova also replied to their tweet saying, "OMG, just tell us now, it'll be fine, wink, no in Monopoly." And then SimGurus Ash also chimed in saying, "Ugh, I can't wait till we can tell people it's so good, crying emoji." So the next kit is not even out yet, and the SimGurus already seem to be getting really excited for what could be the next release after, for all we know. But what we do know is that the Decor to the Max kit is the final paid release for this quarter, quarter one. So yeah, then it's not going to be long before we get another roadmap that'll have some kind of clever name to it, I guess, and reveal, or at least vaguely hint at what is going to be coming within the 3 months after. So that would be April, May, and June. Pretty much the spring quarter, but also starts into summer a little bit, with June being part of it. I find it interesting that, of all things, it's a pair of shoes that the SimGurus are getting excited about. I don't think it necessarily means that the shoes will have some kind of special attributes. It could just be something they really like the look of. I also don't think it really hints at what the theme of the pack is going to be either. For example, Dream Home Decorator is a very build-focused pack, but there is a pair of boots that I really like, and I've used even more than I thought I was going to. So yeah, there is that to consider. So I don't think the SimGurus getting hyped over a pair of Redacted shoes necessarily means that the next pack is going to be a modeling career or something like that. These tweets are making me second guess what my predictions were going to be for the next quarter though, because I was thinking it's going to actually be a lot like the end of last year, where it was kits, and more kits, because we just got the game pack. So if we get another game pack this year, I don't think that's going to be until fall, quarter 3, and well, an expansion pack, it's really up in the air, because last year we went back to 1 expansion pack for the whole year instead of 2, and we don't know if there's going to be 2 expansion packs this year or just 1, and if it's just 1, when could that come out? Because that could come out either this summer or this fall. Stuff packs are still missing in action, and we still don't know if they're ever going to come back. I do feel like it is pretty much my final hope for stuff packs ever coming back and just getting a pack with some gameplay. But then, well, with those SimGurus tweets in mind, it could end up being for an expansion pack that is coming out during the summer. It would be really odd if they did release an expansion pack this year without having that for the holidays. Like, even though that happened last year, maybe that wasn't the initial plan. Maybe there were supposed to be 2 expansion packs released last year, but then with the pandemic, that could have delayed it, so then they just decided to take a few extra months to polish up whatever expansion pack is going to come out next. I know we did just get My Wedding Stories, which is horrifically broken, but I'm talking even more broken than that, if you can imagine it. So I think maybe there is a possibility that the next expansion pack is done or very close to it, so we could still end up going back to 2 expansion packs a year. Game development does take quite a long time, so it is possible that the pandemic could have had a delayed effect on their production process, But now that we're further along into the pandemic, maybe things have changed. Whatever the case may be with the expansion packs, I think it is pretty much guaranteed we are going to get kits though. It seems like we are just going to get at least one every quarter. As much as I would, even though I'd love kits to stop completely, at least a break from them would be great. Just go one quarter without any kits at all. But at this point, that seems to be just unrealistic. Also, I don't think many of the SimGurus even work on the kits. I'm pretty sure SimGuru Ash does, because I think she makes the styled rooms. But yeah, the kits I think are made by a much smaller team, and I don't think they would put that much hype behind a single kit anyway. At least, hopefully not. With these kits releasing so rapidly, they actually make me miss those quieter times. Like, remember those droughts we get, especially during the spring, where we'd go maybe like 3 months and pretty much nothing happened? I would actually rather go back to that now that we have this alternative that I think is much worse going on right now, in my opinion. So then at least I wouldn't feel so burnt out by these tiny little kits that do pretty much nothing for the game, and the one that did was really buggy anyways. With the free updates though, I think that could be interesting. I didn't even think we were going to get this second part of the Neighborhood Stories update as soon as we did, so I'm not sure when we're going to get any other substantial updates that's not just like another Sims Delivery Express drop. So I guess we'll probably get at least one of those deliveries every month, but in terms of like those big updates, I think it is possible that we are going to get one in June, because that is Pride Month, and they have been working on an update for a while that is going to make it possible to choose our Sims pronouns, and they even did show a progress update of how it's looking so far in-game back in January. And even though that could end up being taken as just pandering to release it in June for Pride Month, I still feel like that is very likely what EA will end up doing. The other free update they've been teasing us for a while is the NPC or flagship character overhaul. The terminology is a little bit confusing, but basically they are referring to the pre-made Sims that are playable in the existing worlds, such as the Pancakes, or the Goths, or the Heckings. So yeah, they are going to be overhauling these characters with, at least in some ways. They haven't really gotten super in-depth with every single thing they're going to do, but they did show us some examples with the Caliantes and the Goths, and they were still like heavily in progress, so it wasn't really representing what they're going to even look like in the game because it was more concept art. But I'm still really unsure as to when that's going to come out. I feel like we're going to see one more progress update at least before they release that to the public. They did say they were going to do changes for Sims in all worlds leading up to Henford on Bagley in Cottage Living, since they did announce that during the summer. But I think what they may end up doing is releasing this overhaul in at least a couple of different parts, just like they have with Neighborhood Stories and Bunk Beds. And with pronouns, they actually are doing that as well, because they said they are going to release that in English first and then do the other languages after. So there are a lot of worlds in this game, so I don't know if they would actually do that release all at once, including the base game and all the worlds that we have so far. I do hope that we get a couple of substantial updates over the next quarter though, but beyond these two updates that I just mentioned, it's really hard to speculate without there being an actual roadmap, so this is something I'll have to revisit once they release that. But that basically wraps up this speculation video, so feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think those shoes are going to be a part of that the SimGurus are teasing, and what do you think is going to happen for quarter 2 for April, May, and June of this year for The Sims 4. And be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content, including life simulations and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!